Hey guys, I'm Blakemore. I teach, travel and sometimes triumph, and this is a Teach to Triumph video. This time last year I was a year 6 teacher in the UK and my children were going through their SATS. Now I know that the word SATS can bring some feelings of nerves and feelings of, for some, excitement. It can bring those feelings to children, teachers like myself, and even parents. So I thought it would be important to talk through why you get those sorts of feelings and ways of countering those feelings and making yourself feel a little bit better through wellness, well-being strategies and tips. The reason why you feel those feelings of excitement or nervousness is because when you're under a situation such as an exam, which produces high pressure, there are signals within the brain that are sent down to your adrenal glands. Now, your adrenal glands produce adrenaline, and that is that sort of butterfly feeling that you feel within your tummy. It's the same when you do a sports competition or a music concert. I know I've used those examples before, but it's exactly the same as when you have a test and you have those feelings. You can get those feelings when you're in the exam, just before the exam, when you're trying to sleep. You can get those feelings all the time, which is why it's important for me to talk through well-being strategies to try and prevent those feelings, but also help you get a better night's sleep and also make you feel a little bit better. Tip number 1, revision. Now I know that revision is a bit of a strange way for me to start this video. However, it can reduce stress because you will have more confidence. Now, if you know that there is an area of weakness that you need to develop and you're developing that, then you're going to boost your confidence. Now, when revising, you need to do some certain key things. Keep revision sessions short. Don't sit there and revise for like 2 hours, 3 hours, because you're going to get bored and it will become really, really hard work. So keep it to a minimum of like 10 to 30 minutes and then reward yourself at the end of those sessions, and then if you want to go back to it, go back to it. Another way of revising to help maintain and boost your confidence is by looking back at old papers so that you know the types of questions that are likely to come up. It can boost confidence because you'll look at those questions and think, oh, actually, I know how to answer those, and then you'll be able to answer them. And if there's questions that you're a bit like, not really sure about that one, then you can work on those. So although it's a little bit strange, I would definitely recommend some sort of revision just to help boost your confidence. It's so important to have confidence in any sort of test. Tip number 2, have a break. Now you'll go from working extremely hard in school to then perhaps wanting to revise. It's so important that you have time to yourself to have a break. Now when you have a break, it's important to do something constructive. These things, phones, are a good way of taking your mind off things, however, they're not really constructive. And it's easy to just get absorbed into your phones and then think, well, what have I just done with this time? And sort of procrastinate. I do it, I'll be honest with you. I've discovered a range of different apps that can really benefit you, reducing the amount of time you spend on this so that you can do more of your hobbies. Those apps include apps like Self-Controlled and Cold Turkey that limit the amount of screen time that you can have within a day. I've started using them for my work, to be fair, so it can help you a little bit like that. Another way of having a break is having a hobby and making sure that that hobby is constructive, fun, and gives you a chance to socialise. Going out with friends is also another way of just giving yourself that break and sort of relieving some of that stress. My next tip is focus on you. Now there is a chance that when you're around your friends, they might be talking about SATS. You need to be really certain that you're focusing on yourself and not comparing yourself to your friends. Yes, your friends might be more confident in certain areas of maths than you. Yes, your friends might be more confident in certain areas of reading than you, but it's important that you focus on yourself and your own strengths and whether or not you need to develop those weaknesses, because it's too easy to compare and think, oh, I'm not good enough, when actually have the confidence and think that you are good enough for those tests. That's really, really key. My next tip, eat healthily. Now, you may or may not have heard of the tip, healthy eating, healthy mind. Now, if you're eating healthy, then your brain is more likely to function in a better manner. It's very, very easy, especially when you're revising and things like that, to go, I've been revising for like 20 minutes, I deserve like 5 chocolate bars and a bag of crisps. Now, I'm not saying to never eat bad things like chocolates or crisps, because what a boring world that would be. Anyway, I am saying to eat more healthy foods because it's going to help your brain feel more energized for your SATS exams, but also just generally. My next tip is sleep. Now, I've spoken about the importance of sleep in a previous video, and you can find that video up there. However, sleep is so important, because if you get effective and good sleep, then it will make your brain feel a lot more awake in the mornings. Now, I know that for some of you, not all of you, but some of you, sleep is a little bit harder when you're going through tests. I know for myself, if I'm going through tests, I struggle with sleep sometimes. So to help yourself sleep, try and turn off your mobiles early. I know that's really sad and boring, but it does keep you awake having your mobiles on and glaring in front of your face. So turning those off early can help you sleep. Reading can also help you sleep and help you feel a little bit relaxed to help with that process. At the same time, if you are feeling stressed about things, then make sure you speak to your family and your friends and your teachers, because they can reassure you and make you feel a little bit better to sort of take some stress off you and a bit of a weight off your shoulders. That's really important that you do that. My final tip is to think of SATS like this. SATS are a snapshot of where you are in your life academically right now. They are not the be-all and end-all and the decider of where you are going to be in the future. And it's important to remember that. SATS don't measure how good you are at football. They don't measure how good you are at sports, music, art, drama. They don't measure how enthusiastic you are, how good you are in a team. There are so many different things that they don't measure you on. So it's important for you to know that these SATS exams are not going to decide what you're going to be in the future, and you definitely have full control of that. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if one of you out there have found one of these tips useful, then that's my job done. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to like the video, and if you've loved it, feel free to subscribe down in the corner. I make a range of videos on teaching and traveling, so feel free to watch some of those as well within my channel. I've enjoyed this video. Fingers crossed I can do more things about well-being in the future. I think it's really important we talk about it more and more. Anyway guys, I'm out. The tests you are about to just... My final tip, final test. And is something that tests